I welcome you back again to this channel. Right now, Nigeria is voting. They're trying to vote the new president into the country called Nigeria. And for the first time in the history of Nigeria, this is a time when this election, presidential election, will be keenly contested. Before, in Nigeria, it used to be two-party system where we have a ruling party and the opposition party. But this time around, into this context, we are having four strong, probable winners into this election. We have the APC, the ruling party. We have the PDP, who has been serving as the opposition party for the past 8 years. And if you remember, PDP had been in power for previous years until they lost it to APC. Again, we have the Labour Party, which President Peter Obi, and for the first time in the history of Nigeria, this is this time a strong candidate from the southeastern part of the country, the Igbos, are having a good shot at the presidency. Again, we have the NNPP led by Rabiu Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso is from Kano State, and you know Kano State has the most densely populated is the most densely populated in the whole of the country. So it is going to be tough between these four candidates. And interestingly, all these four candidates have a shot at governance in Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been the governor for 8 years in Lagos State, the richest state in the country. Rabiu Kwankwaso has been the governor for 8 years in Kano State, the most populated state in the whole of the country. Labour Party Peter Obi has been the governor in Anambra State for 8 years too. The state are considered most industrialized and the whole indigenously industrialized in the whole country. And of course, we have Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar was the vice president to the former president Olusegun Obasanjo. Also for 8 years, these are the top shot in this election. So people have been keenly interested in this election because they consider this election as make or mar in the history of Nigeria. And if you look at it critically too, we think we should go with the flow in this area because Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said severally that this time is his time. So he is going to give him everything as to win the election. Atiku Abubakar himself too has been contesting in election in the past 30 years. Since 1993, he has been a contestant in one party or the other. So for 30 good years consecutively, Atiku Abubakar has been in contention for election in Nigeria. And if you ask me, this will be his last chance. So he is keen to in contesting for this election. Peter Obi of Labour Party, who was the Atiku Abubakar's running mate in the last election in 2019 election, shifted base and they come to LP, Labour Party, and now is the one flying the flag of Labour Party contesting for presidency. Peter Obi's inclusion in this race is very, very interesting because this is the first time I said people of his ethnic attraction will be very, very close to this position, and all these people, or almost all these people, especially the youth, are fully behind him. Also, Kwankwaso is a big shot in the north. It's a big shot. We cannot overrule or overemphasize his influence in the north. So these are the people we are hoping to get one from them. And of course, we have the outsiders like Omoyele Sowore, who too has claimed that he has been in a struggle for democracy since his 10 years, since he was a student union leader in the University of Lagos. He's also in the race. But if you ask me, the four top contenders in this case will be Bola Ahmed Tinubu of APC, Atiku Abubakar of PDP, Peter Obi of Labour Party, and Rabiu Kwankwaso of NNPP, the Nigerian People's Party. And if you want to do a kind of analysis that almost everybody knows about this election, you see that the incumbent Muhammadu Buhari is from the north, a Fulani origin. And if you look at Atiku Abubakar too, is from the north and is Fulani. Kwankaso too is from the north. So people think, although already, that presidency should move to the south. So people are looking at, if you want to look at the moral standard of it, people are looking at Peter Obi and Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But election is a game of number. It's a game of number. We are looking at people or somebody who will emerge. And the rules is that anybody that will emerge the president, we have at least 25% of 2/3 of all the states in Nigeria, will be 24 states. Anybody that will become the president, we have at least 25% of 24 states out of 9. The reason for this, we are looking at somebody who has general acceptability. General acceptability. However, early investigations, preliminary investigations, and observation, we have discovered that this election has been characterized with irregularities, differentiation of people being.
And as you repeat them again, any people where they born very well, where they born here, yeah, they here, where they born here, make it comfortable.
Denied opportunities to vote. I will show you the clip of people who are a kind of protesting.
If you don't vote APC for a year, go your house. Nobody force you come here. Go house. So if I see you vote another, I will come look at. If I see you vote another party, go ahead our house. You no come joke for here. This territory where you dey na APC o. Go your house. Go relax.
All miss. We have cases of people who are ready to vote at the polling centers and election materials are not ready as at the time they are there when the election materials are supposed to be there. So there are a lot of issues, and if you remember, the people in the southeast, people who are claiming to be members of IPOP, indigenous people of Biafra, people agitating for secession, people who are saying that they are tired of being Nigerian, they want to leave. They have said repeatedly that there will be no voting in that zone, and they are bent on doing that. I will show you clips where people believed to be members of IPOP who are moving around in motorbikes and holding wielding guns and dangerous weapons, scattering, dislodging people from voting centers. Incidentally, we caught some on camera where agents of government, the military, who had been sent around to make sure that people are not denied their voting rights, to maintain peace and order, got some of these people and shut them down. I will show you the.
Sally. Wow. Wow. Hey.
Clip. So there have been cases of problems, pockets of problem here and there. So we are at a stage in this early voting where we do not know what is going to happen, what's going to be the result. And I don't want to believe people who have been saying that this election will end in interim. I don't want to believe that. I don't think Nigeria should still slow down on this road to progress. This is not the time we need interim. This is the time we need substantive president where we can move forward, who can move Nigeria forward. Nigerians are tired. Nigerians are hungry. We need to move this country forward. But I will show you some of these clips where people are disfranchised, people are clamoring for INEC officials to allow them to vote, and all sorts of excuses and complaints from people. I will show you. But the main thing now is that this election has been marred by irregularities. This election has been marred by controversies. This is not what we need in this country this time. We need peace.
Polling unit 060 Orekuta, Karori Junction, Ikorodu, Orekuta Estate. 100 ballot papers available for 750 people. And we said we will not vote until they bring the remaining ballot papers. Out of 759, they bring 100 pieces of ballot papers. And they want people to start doing accreditation. Those are the officials. They've removed their jackets. They no one collects. Like, are the people not tired of this suffering, for crying out loud? We've been waiting since 10 o'clock now. They've not brought anything. They've not brought any ballot paper.
We need unity, we need progress. So we need to vote in people. We need a president that can lead Nigeria aright in a conducive environment. This is what I said I should just bring to you as it happens. As we get more updates, I will let you know. Thank you for staying by.